If you're hearing this, this is the last time I will speak to you. I am a dying man at the last moments of my life, which too I barely bargained from the devil. I have been diagnosed with brain cancer, an ironic way to depart for someone like me who has always been in the quest of truth. But nonetheless, this is my final gift to you, the truth that I have discovered through great many endeavors. First of all, allow me to introduce myself. I am Jason Lead. In 2020, I found a dead body when crossing a bridge underneath which a water stream seemed to pass down. Upon inspection, I was amazed. It was the body of a student of Raven High. And at that time, Raven High had already become very famous for being the center of superhuman phenomena. Being frank, I always doubted the superhuman theory. To have genetic mutations of such stature should be impossible. It should be beyond the laws of physics that we have been governed by for so long. But in my curiosity, I took the body home, preserved it for as long as I could, and I experimented on it. But even then, the body decomposed, obviously. After a while, I found news that for some reason the Raven High building was abandoned. I obviously took the chance. I invaded it. At first, I would go there only in the night time, but eventually it became established that Raven High is now the domain of some mad scientist. People seemed to be repelled by it, and it became an easy means for me to just occupy the entire school. Through my quest of truth, I had realized within the next decade, we will be bombarded. It was inevitable that we be bombarded. Hence, I coated the school in metals that absorb radiation. I reinforced the windows with lead, and I have been prepared for a very long while. But it was in 2040 that I came to a horrible yet life-changing conclusion. After having scorched the earth for truth, through my colleague who was part of the United States Secret Service program, I discovered the contents of Project Blue Beam. Project Blue Beam is a joint effort of the Soviet, China, US and UK to convince the world of superpowers. It is a conspiracy to further propagate the use of arms through the use of pop culture, music, movies, to have all the major media corporations back it up. Project Blue Beam has been in motion for more than 50 years. And it was, if we go to the origin of this thought, it was first a thought experiment by the Nazi Germany in World War II. Today, however, it is a reality. A lie that was fabricated to justify the advancements of arms, to justify the advancements of armaments, to justify the killing of another nation by another. The fact that superhuman powers exist is not a fact, it is a lie. The human DNA cannot mutate in such ways to produce inhuman strength and other quirks. Now, you may ask, if superpowers never existed, how come Raven High existed? A long time ago, during the Second World War, when Japan used the Nazis' advancements to attack and conquer the Asian lands, Moore's Asylum for the Special had become a rising institution. It homed children who faced severe delusional syndromes. However, upon the defeat of Japan and Nazi Germany, it was almost diminished. Yet it contained a secret basement powerful enough to contain people. The Nazi chiefs and generals who escaped from Europe made their way through all the different nations of the world in a project that was named Operation Paperclip. Many of the Nazi generals had found their way to this mental asylum of Raven Moors that was meant for special kids. In 1990, a school was established. It homed some special children that had a peculiarity for fantasies. The school was established on the very ground in which Moore's Asylum once stood, and the name of the school, as it is today known, was Raven High. If you've heard this recording to succession, I may be with you or I may have passed away. Nonetheless, I wish you all the best. If you've reached here, you should have adapted to radiation sufficiently. Today, you rise your wings of freedom. I merely prepared you to adapt to the outside radiation. The war outside still has not ended. But on second thought, perhaps this is how human life is, fragile and flickering. The purpose of my project was to save you from the flood, and it has come to its conclusion. Whatever lies ahead of you, be prepared, because the days you spent adapting to the radiation has been none less than, of course, 9 days.
Some kind of mistake. I asked for death, but instead